Hello everybody, welcome back, Fumbler here. And yeah, today we're going to have a look on this lock from ABUS, German company. And this lock was sent to me by a fellow German picker, and thank you very much once again, Manipulator. If you don't know his channel, go check it out now. I put his link in the video description. And he was really generous in just borrowing me a bunch of locks. And this is the first I tried, and yeah, he was very nice in the whole process, and thank you very much once again. I have not tried this lock yet before, and so I was very happy to have this in hand and try picking it. And yeah, the lock we're talking about is the ABUS Bravus. And let's have a look inside in the box. It comes with a Sicherungskarte. So you have the code and you can go to locksmith and get a new key. They shouldn't give you a new key without this, but yeah, whole other story. We don't need much keys here. Still, let's have a look at the key first maybe. You see it's a dimple lock, and if we look on the face of the lock, you see some nasty warding, some zigzags here in the keyway. And if we look closer on the key, you can see the two rows of dimples, and they have different heights everywhere. So that directly means that the key, all sides are active. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins in the main stack. This is the stack facing down. And you see the first pin here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pins upstairs. And that's not all, because you see here on the side of the key, there is this waves, and these are sliders. And if we look on the bottom of the lock, we can see the chambers they are sitting in. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sliders, and yeah, they sit here on the very edge of the keyway. And yeah, first of all, what I did with this lock when I got it, I cut it in half. That's always a bit sad, but if you have been doing locksport for a while, you have to see that way. You get 2 locks instead of just 1. And I'm not so sad about it anymore, but this gives me the opportunity to really gut this, because I was a bit afraid if I would gut it from the middle with segmented followers or a pinning shoe with a front loader, that the second row of pins would cause problems or anything gets stuck at the core. And I didn't want to do that, so I reached out to Manipulator. Hey, can I cut this lock so you can safely gut it? And he was very okay with it, and was like, yeah, then we have 2 locks and they stay in the locksport community anyhow. So go for it. And thank you very much. That otherwise I wouldn't have approached it maybe. And like this I can safely gut it, hopefully with a shim. I have not had a look inside yet. And I'm excited to see what's going inside, because yeah, when picking this, I somehow only have to pick the main stack and just touch the side pins, the sliders and the top pins just with the back of my flag and the side of my flag. And what I really appreciated about this, and that's then enough rambling about the intro here, I did my research on ABUS Bravus 4000, and the first thing that popped up was a Bosnian Bill video, and I really enjoyed watching this. I miss him, but yeah, that's a whole another story. Maybe I will put a link to his video up here so you can also enjoy the memories of his channel and his picking. Yeah. And yeah, I saw his approach and was like, yeah, you just pick the sliders with the back of your flag. And that actually worked for me as well. But I must say, not an easy lock. It's ranked purple, I think, in the LPU belt ranking. And for me, it was a very difficult purple lock. So enough talking, let's get this in a vise and hopefully get it picked. See you back in a second. Okay, here we are back in the vise. Here's the key. Looks just fine. And yeah, let's get picking. I'm using this tensioner here, which fits in the keyway like this. Let's have a closer look. It sits in there like this and gives me good core control. So let's start off with a straight flag from multi-pick. And I'm tensioning clockwise and picking anti-clockwise. And I actually start off at the very back of the lock. If I can under it. If you see this black line here on my pick, yeah, hard to see right there. This is pin number 6, right here. Let's try to set it. Yeah, maybe like this. Okay. Now back to 1. Nothing on 2, 3 is binding. Okay. 2 gave me some counter rotation. Is it set actually? Let's check again. 1 good, 2 good, 3 is good. 4 needs setting. 2 again. Okay, 2 is good now. Some small click on 5. And now let's take a curved flag to set the very short key pins in 4 and 6 finally. So nothing on 1, 2, 3, here's 4. I hope I got 4. Let's find 6. Okay, I can't get under 6. Let's try again. Maybe let's try with the straight flag again. Okay, 1 is up again. 2, 3. Back at 6. Let's see with the curved flag. 1, 2 are fine, 3 also. I set 4, but 1 is up again. 2 is up. Okay, good. Small click on 4. And let's take the straight flag again. Directly go to 6. No. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, maybe you've noticed I have not touched or focused on any pins besides the main stack, and I'm excited to see what's actually inside here. So let's gut it. Yeah, I'll fast forward here and then meet you back if I find something interesting, because I have not had a look inside yet. So fast forward. Okay, welcome back from fast forward, and I want to show you something interesting I found. So I just removed all the key pins, nothing special here, and I will show you the drivers and so on in a second. And here you see the sliders, and they won't come out right now. Maybe I have to remove the key, but before I want to do that, I want to show you the top stack and maybe have a look at these later. But yeah, they came one right out, and these are very interesting pins. Do you see that? They have a spring around a thin piece. Very interesting. So they sit like here. Awkward. They sit like this, and yeah, they are sprung, so you can just push them in, and if the key gives enough room, they will go down, and we still have to investigate this one. Let's get these out first. So here we are back from fast forward. I just investigated this last pin here and I really can't get it out. And I wonder what the purpose of it is actually, because let's have a look at everything. So here's the housing with the like a sidebar slot at the top where these springy pins go. I'll show you those in a second. And these sit here, right? And also this last element sits there. Maybe this is like a trap for, yeah, let's have a look like this. So remember my fingernail, yeah. So if you rotate 180 degrees without a key, it will get stuck there again and prevent you from opening the lock, because it has no purpose in the starting position, right? There it won't make a difference because it is not sprung, so it will be below shear. And yeah, but I think that's what's happening here. I have not cleared everything out yet, but I don't know if that's possible. No, I don't feel like that. So these brass pins here at the side I can't get out. They don't move. Okay, so much to the core. Actually, this is not a standard sized Euro. I had problems with my standard follower. I needed the follower I have for my SR700. So the diameter is bigger than a normal Euro. So let's have a look at the pins and start with the normal pins. This is the main stack, 6 pins, 6 key pins, all standard. Then we have standards drivers in 1 and 3, and in 2 and 4 we have nice spools, and here in 5 we have these barrel pins, and this one in 6, yeah, this is quite nasty because the key pin is so short behind this long key pin here. So yeah, you really have to visit it a couple of times. I always started picking here and I often ended picking here. With the sliders, I just checked the key pins are looking like this. Let me show you. So the pointy part is somewhere up in the lock. Here's the cutout that interacts with the key. And here the slanted face is pointing towards the driver. I don't think there are false gates anywhere. Well, but also this is not smooth, so maybe a little, but I've never felt it. And I just checked with the key pins in. With these in, they are almost at shear, so you barely have to touch the sliders in my case anyhow. Even though if you look on the key, I think, yeah, it has good variations in the sliders. So I don't know how much peak resistance they really add. And let's still have a look at the funny top pins, which look like this. Very interesting. Never seen these. So you have a spring. Oh, I don't want to lose it. Careful. A spring here on the thin part, and then this pointy part on the top. Here sits in the sidebar groove, prevents you from rotating the lock. And the bottom part here, this pointy part, interacts with the key on, yeah, basically this row here. So we have a short one, then a longer one, then a short one, and then a longer one. And in the end you have this interactive thingy. Well, it's not interactive, but just to check if a key is inserted or not. Yeah. Very interesting lock, and yeah, really go check out Bosnian Build's take on it. Was a good throwback in memory lane. And yeah, again, manipulator, thank you very much for that I could borrow it for a while and finally got it picked, and now I only have to reassemble it. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.